Hey budget fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are packing up to go to Great Wolf Lodge. I am going to share with you guys what I'm packing. If you are new to my channel though, welcome. I just want to say right off the bat that this is not a travel channel. This is typically a budgeting channel, cash budgeting specifically, but I am a single mom. I make all of my money on Etsy and YouTube, so sometimes I share how I make money, sometimes I share how I'm spending my money and what we are up to, and this is one of those like what we're up to kind of videos. I will be sharing a lot of videos this week as I talk about how I budgeted for Great Wolf Lodge, how much it costs. I might do a vlog, we will see. But today's video specifically, I'm sharing what we're packing. I have a lot of clothes packed behind me. I will go ahead and tell you I am an overpacker when it comes to clothes, specifically for this trip because it is Great Wolf Lodge. It's a water park, and I don't know how many times we're gonna be changing in and out of swimsuits, and sometimes we are cold after we've been swimming, so I will share what I'm packing specifically, and then I have a whole buggy loaded up of stuff. So let me show you guys. Starting with the clothes, I have, this is all of my stuff, and then kid 1, kid 2, and then up here is just what they're gonna be wearing tomorrow morning when we leave. I said that I'm an overpacker, and I will say that I only packed 1 outfit per day, and then 2 extra outfits just in case we wanna change midday. And then there are some extra layers of warm clothes. So this whole stack here is warm layers for the boys, and then under here, the top layer for me is shorts, but then under here I have like 3 jackets. Again, reasoning being is because we might be wearing sweaters to cover up after swim, like while we're still in swimsuits, and I thought it would be nice to have a bunch of extra warm layers. So I'm gonna pack this up into packing cubes really soon so you guys can get an idea of how small it packs down for us. But to show you, but to give the brief overview, we all have 1 outfit for each day, and then we all have 2 extra sets of clothes. And then I think for the boys, they don't have sleep clothes because they tend to just sleep in something and then wear it the next day. And for me, I do have two sleep sets for me. Moving over here to this mess, this is all gonna get packed up soon. I am bringing this extra large wagon or buggy. I don't know at my kids' ages if I will need it. I know that Great Wolf Lodge though allows you to have a buggy. So I'm gonna bring it and I'm gonna see if we need it. A lot of people on the forums were telling me that I won't need a big buggy like this for my kids' ages, but I have been to indoor water parks with them before, and just after a couple hours of swimming, they can be exhausted and freezing. So I am gonna probably be bringing this with me back and forth. We will see. I do have 2 swimsuits for each of us. I do have some really thin towels for each of us. These are like travel or camping towels. I know Great Wolf Lodge has their own towels that we can use, but I don't think we can bring them from the swim area to our room. So we have ours just in case. And then we have a bunch of food. Let me pull all of the food out and show you guys what I'm bringing and thinking as far as meals. But I do want to mention too, I did spend $40 of the prep money. If you've been watching my budget vlogs, y'all know I put aside about $120 towards preparation costs for this trip. I spent $70 on groceries to cut down on our food costs while we're there, and I spent $40 on the boys' more swimsuits. I was thinking I would get a new swimsuit, but I ended up spending $40 on them to have an additional suit. I already have 2 swimsuits. I'm just gonna make do with what I have, but I got these swimsuits from Kohl's for the boys on clearance. So the shirt and the shorts for one of my kids, a shirt, and then this one is, I don't think it's a major brand, but it's really nice material. It's really high quality, I think. So I spent $40 total for 2 brand new swimsuits, and they were expensive to start off before the markdown and before the clearance. So basically the boys have 2 swimsuits, I have 2 swimsuits. We all have enough in case it's not dried out. The other thing I have in here is the boys' costumes because we are gonna be there where there's trick-or-treating at nighttime, so we already have our trick-or-treating bag and then our costumes in there. Let me pull this food out so I can show you what we're bringing, and then we will pack everything up and I'll show you guys how I organize for a overnight or hotel stay. Slowly packing up our bags. So I have the kids' clothes now organized in these kinds of bags. So big brother gets the bigger bag, little brother gets the smaller bag, and then all of their jackets and layered clothes are just gonna go out open in the bag. I love carrying one of these. I don't use one of these in my actual house organizing the kids' clothes, but I love them for travel. So we have one that just kind of stays in the bag, and we're gonna bring that with us. I got these off of Amazon. I already had these, so I didn't purchase them for this trip, but they are very handy little hangers. They just expand like so. I will link them in the description if you're interested. I have about, I want to say I have 14 or so of them, but they came in a pack of 28 or more. I gave the additional ones to my mom. We don't need that many. I packed up a lot of my clothes in this bag, and then I have some more clothes here. My white shoes are in this travel shoe bag, and then my layered shirts and like jackets are going to fit in that bag, but they're just out as well. So moving over, doing a grocery haul on the sofa, which is a little bit weird, but we're about to put everything into this soft cooler. This came with the wagon that I have. I got the wagon from Academy. I'll link that too, but this soft cooler came with it. If it doesn't fit in the cooler, it's gonna get left behind. I just, you know, I'm trying to stay organized here. But I wanna share with you guys really quick what I bought for this trip and the kind of snacks and foods we are going to bring. I got a lot of bananas and then some of these cereal cups. We don't normally buy these like this, but of course for convenience, I think it'll be fun to have those on the trip, as well as these little oatmeal cups. My oldest son likes oatmeal. I did buy some sandwich bread. I already had it in the house because I had just bought this to have for camping trips. So it's like the peanut butter and jelly mixed together. So that's gonna be an easy meal for my oldest if he's just starving and we're not ready to eat somewhere yet. I have some chips and oatmeal cookies, some Little Bite, these little blueberry muffins. I wanted to get the birthday muffins, but they did not have them, so they substituted with blueberry, which is fine. Again, I don't tend to buy these easy apple sauces for the house anymore, but because it's a trip, I thought the convenience would be worth it. Something else I already had was this Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna bring that as well as these bacon bits, and I have a little stash of potatoes back here because Great Wolf Lodge does have microwaves on the floor, so I might make some potatoes for myself. Potatoes, cheese, bacon bits, like that is a full meal for me. It's something I eat for lunch very often anyway, so I thought that would be nice. I'm gonna bring just a few of the coffee pods because I think the rooms have Keurigs in them at Great Wolf Lodge. I plan on going down to Dunkin' once a day. That's gonna be like my special treat, is getting morning coffee from Dunkin', but just for the afternoons or in a pinch, I have those. A couple of big splurges that I didn't have that we needed to get anyway is we just ran out of kids soap, so I included this in our trip cost. I budgeted $120 in like in prepping or like trip cost needs, so this came out of that money. So did paper plates, and then these plastic forks, knives, and spoons. We're not gonna take all of these with us, but I will take out some of these plates and some of these forks and knives just to have as a convenience way to eat in the room. And then yeah, we just ran out of this, so this is technically, this could just be out of our regular grocery spending money for the week, but I went ahead and bought it because I need to put some in some containers to bring for the boys. I got myself a couple little clips because my hair is getting longer and I just needed those, so it also ended up coming out of trip money. This was an expensive, unnecessary purchase, but I'm trying to keep everything that I bring shelf stable because I am sharing one of the premium Great Wolf Lodge rooms with my parents. There's only one mini fridge in there, and I don't want to take up any of the space with this kind of stuff. I want to save space for maybe leftovers or stuff that my parents bring. So these were a bit expensive because they're shelf stable and they're individual portions. I want to say it was like $12. Definitely an unnecessary purchase, but my kids do love these, so I feel like it's a great excuse to buy them. When I'm packing up meals, I always have one little bag full of random goodies, like there's random things that we might need. So there's some little paper plates back here. There are a couple cups for the boys in case I want to share a drink with them, but I don't want them drinking out of what I'm drinking out of. That little container is full of salt. And then there's some cutlery back here too. I'm gonna end up putting the paper plates and some of these in this bag. This is what was left over from our recent camping trip. I always have a bag like this kind of together and ready for camping trips, traveling, whatever we need it for. It tends to just hang out by like our trip bags, our bags that we take. And then some other foods that I'm bringing that we just already had. I didn't purchase them for the trip. Some Fritos, some Vienna sausages, some bags of popcorn, though I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to pop popcorn. I have been reading that some Great Wolf Lodges don't let you pop popcorn anymore. And then I already had this bag of beef jerky, again, because of a recent camping trip, so I thought that was the perfect shelf-stable meat. I don't know if you guys know this, but this kind of pepperoni is shelf-stable until you open it, so another sort of protein, easy option that we can take with us. So I'm going to pack up these groceries in this cooler and see if it all fits and what kind of room we have left. Okay, so all the food fit except for the bananas. I would not have squeezed them in anyway. So we have all of our food here. I do like to bring one large water. I might end up bringing 2 of them for this trip, but then we just go to the vending machines or the ice machines that's on the floor and we refill our little travel cups, and that cuts down the amount of sodas and things we're taking in. Also, I mean, water is like the healthy option, so all of that is there. We still have all this space in the wagon. I have packed up all of the clothes, so all the boys' clothes fit in this smaller bag, all of my clothes fit in this bag, and then all of our swimsuits and our travel towels are in this bag. Here's everything all packed up. So the kids' bag, my bag. This is not packed yet, but I don't know if I'm gonna bring this. If I do, it's going to have work stuff like my laptop, a little bit of homeschooling stuff. So this is gonna be our work and homeschooling bag. I could probably squeeze it into my bag, which I'm gonna talk about in a second, but I like to keep things as like separated as I can, so when I'm grabbing a bag, I know exactly what I'm getting. This is here to remind me that I need to figure out how much work and homeschool stuff I'm bringing. If I decide not to bring a lot, then that bag will come out. But the only other thing that's in here is that water, and then both of the boys' Halloween bags. It has their costumes in it. And then our personal bags down here, let's talk about it. So on any camping trip or vacation we go on, these are my boys' bags. They have school bags, which are completely different bags. I don't like shuffling around stuff. So this is purely their, like, we're going somewhere different bag, if that makes sense. They are always in charge of wearing their tennis shoes and then putting their water or their shower or like their easy shoes in their bag. And they have to be able to fit their tablets in here if it is somewhere we're bringing tablets. So this is a trip we will be bringing tablets. It has to fit in their bag. The rest of the space is anything they want to put in their bag. So if it fits in the bag, they can take it. For my oldest son, it tends to be art stuff. For my youngest son, it tends to be a little comfy blanket and a couple of stuffed animals. I don't care what they bring, as long as it fits in the bag, it is okay, as long as they make sure their water shoes and their tablets are in there if they intend on using them. Also their water bottles, but they tend to just like hold their water bottles. For my personal bag, I left it out so you guys could see. I have a shower bag right there. It's one of the kinds that has a little, like a hook on it. I put mine and the kids' toothbrushes, all of our toiletries are together. It's not something I like to have in their bag because they will lose it. This is just all of our stuff. This is all of our medical stuff. And then I left this open so you can see. I don't know where I got this, but it is the cutest, tiniest hair blow dryer. So that will all go in my bag. The only thing I will need to fit in addition to those things is the tablet and my laptop, depending on how much work stuff I'm bringing. But if it just won't fit in this bag, if I decide to bring a lot of work, again, I'm going to use this little rolly bag here. So that is everything for our trip. Can you guys tell I like this like color purple? It is a lot of my bags at this point, and I didn't even realize it until this video. Anyways, I am very excited about this trip with my boys. I will be taking you guys along the way this week. So if you are interested, please tune in, check out some of my other videos. I'm gonna talk about my budget in one of the videos, and then I'm gonna do a vlog for another video, so I think it's gonna be fun. If you watched it all the way to the end, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.